Hi, everyone, and welcome to the EX conversation. Today, the conversation is with myself. I wanted to do a solo episode to talk about the big EX reset. And I want to talk about some thoughts I had around employee experience and why I think this year could be a big year for employee experience. And it's mainly to do with the fact that I feel like for years, employee experience professionals have really fought hard for a lot of things, for budget, for influence, and for the value of the profession. And we've made a lot of progress. We've used messages like EX equals CX, employee experience equals customer experience, and used that as a kind of Trojan horse to convince our purse holders to truly understand the needs of investing in employees. We've also lifted up business leaders, those who've helped popularize it, people like Simon Sinek, Amy Edmondson, Mel Robbins, Emma Greed, who I interviewed, looking at why employees are so important to the culture and success of a business. And it's almost really cool to be a people-first leader, which I love, of course. We've also had the more quantitative, data-driven support for this movement. We've got, for example, Gallagher's State of the Sector report, which has kind of acted as our Bible, giving internal comms and HR professionals the benchmarking data they need to make the business case for investment. And perhaps most exciting of all, we've found our voice. Industry influencers like Joanna Parsons, Chuck Goes, Jenny Field, Vita Patel, Sharon O'Day, some really cool people in the industry that have lit up the internet with their hot takes and candid advice. And whether that's on purpose or not, the community's efforts have done great PR for us and has really pushed the profession into what I feel is a more strategic direction. But despite all of these tailwinds, we've yet to see the real fruits of our labor. Employee engagement remains stagnant, and so do our budgets. Employee burnout continues to rise, productivity levels continue to fall, and every year it feels like we've got this constant battle for tiny investments, which we know will make a big difference to our people and ultimately the bottom line. But just when you think it could be your year, budget gets pulled at the last minute again, and you're asked to do more with less. While it's not a competition, when the budget is cut, it feels particularly hard because you notice yet another company rebrand with maybe a slightly new font that has a big bang launch, or you had a lavish sales kickoff in Mexico. This year-on-year struggle is exhausting and unproductive. It's only leading to incremental, if any, improvements that undermine the true value we know employee experience can provide. To break the cycle, a reset is needed, and a big one. And our hand is being forced. Just at the moment we can recognize that our current approach to EX is broken, AI enters the scene. In a world where digital workplace fragmentation is already a leading cause of employee dissatisfaction and stress, the rise of AI presents as many risks as it does opportunities. If organizations are already struggling to drive productivity and engagement in what is a chaotic digital environment, fraught with shadow IT, competing channels, the introduction of AI stands to compound that problem. And at the same time, it does present us with the most compelling solution we've probably ever had. What if you had an AI native platform at the center of your digital estate that could reconfigure your employee experience to meet the needs of your employees in minutes? What if you could bring information to employees anticipating their needs and replacing these defunct keyword searches that some people are using? And what if you could enable your employees not just to see that information, but to act on it from a single destination instead of context switching all the time between a myriad of apps? This is the AI native future of employee experience. But to really seize the opportunity, we have to start with a reset. What is the big EX reset? Well, for me, the big EX reset isn't about incremental improvements on where we were in 2025. It's about a new era rebuilt with AI at the core, not patching AI on top like a plaster. This isn't about bumping your engagement score by a point or two. It's really about investigating how you can leapfrog your current employee experience and set a goal above and beyond what you even imagine possible. Platforms built AI native let you describe the intent and outcome that you need from your intranet, and you just watch it appear. Companies are replacing these sometimes longer projects with week-long sprints, turning your intent into production-ready experiences in minutes. With these advancements, we finally have the chance to show up bigger and mightier than our wallet suggests. And we have the late mover advantage too. We've watched from the sidelines as other teams have pulled out every stop to delight their customers. Now we can apply the many learnings and wins we've observed and fine-tune them for our customers, our employees. To successfully operationalize the Big EX reset, I think it's important to understand where reset is required. And here's where I think it is. The first is to create an intelligent digital front door. Your employee experience platform is your digital headquarters, but it can't just look good, which is, of course, important. It needs to jumpstart productivity by being a hub where action is taken. Not a content graveyard, but employees should be able to land on a surface that knows what they need and gets them there. No hunting through 4 pages, 3 platforms, 2 logins to submit 1 request. The second is to scale employee experience through rapid change, not despite it. Some of the fastest growing companies have realized that they can deliver exceptional employee experiences no matter their scale. While many of these big, large enterprises stall making big calls, these other organizations are acquiring their competitors, they're doubling headcount and outpacing the market. So what's the difference here? They're cultivating employee mindsets that are in lockstep with business needs, trained to win quicker, and empowered to experiment. They use employee experience platforms to prevent culture erosion during acquisitions, enable exponential growth, and manage rapid change, turning what is disruption into competitive advantage. And tight execution beats big budgets. The third is to prove the return on investment with a new language of value. The new method of employee experience ROI doesn't attach its value to engagement surveys. To reset, we need to stop celebrating these 2-point engagement increases or presenting clicks and views from the Internet Analytics dashboard. Instead, we need a new value language anchored in business outcomes. What business outcomes do we need to achieve? How do we close gaps holding us back? What results are we delivering and how do we prove it? Answering these questions provides a different set of measures that communicate our value to leaders and employees alike. By how much have we sped up employees completing critical tasks? How many points of frictions have we removed from the employee lifecycle? How quickly do employees get the answers to their questions? And what does it cost when they can't? These are the numbers the CFO and the CEO talk about, and that's the conversation we need to be in. So what happens if you don't reset? You'll keep fighting the same budget battles, making tiny improvements, watching engagement scores barely move. Next year, you'll be in the same spot, except the gap between you and the leading organizations will be even wider. Your best people stop holding on and leave for companies that deliver employee experience a cut above. Leadership keeps treating employee experience as an overhead. And when your competitor ships products 3 months faster because their people aren't fighting their tools, you'll know what it costs you. The technology is here. The playbook from customer experience is proven. The only question is whether you move now or watch others move first. Start the reset. We're releasing frameworks, case studies, practical steps for building AI native employee experience. It's designed to help you make the case, build the plan, and execute the reset in your organization. The first of it is already here, so click through to read more information about the Big EX reset and see how the Unity AI native product can really help you. If that's something you're already looking into, I'd love to hear what's being harder than expected to prove value. And if you're still in the planning phase, what's holding you back? Drop me a message or let me know in the comments what you think about the Big EX reset. If you enjoyed that episode, then remember to click to subscribe because there's much more where that came from. And let us know in the comments which bits you've enjoyed and found super insightful. Also, if you would like to be part of the EX conversation and feature on the podcast, then please get in touch.